Hey, what's up, guys? It's David here with How to Beast, and I'm back in the United States, living in Boston, and I'm ready to make a few more videos for you guys and get the YouTube channel back up and running. So, in this first video, I want to talk to you about 5 ways you can focus on getting stronger. 5 ways to make yourself stronger. And there's a lot of reasons that you should care about getting stronger. On one hand, it just gives you a purpose at the gym. So rather than going to the gym and just sort of going through routine just for the hell of doing it, when you have strength as sort of as your measure of progress, it adds purpose and it makes working out a lot more fulfilling and exciting. On the other hand, gaining strength is the primary way that you're going to build more muscle mass. And for that reason, you should be focused on getting stronger if you do want to build muscle mass. So let's talk about these 5 ways. I don't want to bullshit you and waste more time with this intro. The first way is to use a basic progressive overload, and I'd recommend a simple linear progression. And what progressive overload means is basically just programming into your workout routine, increasing levels of intensity. And this basic linear progression that I'm talking about is basically just adding reps or adding weight. You could also add sets, but I think the two easiest ways would be to add reps or to add weight workout to workout. So for example, if you went to the gym today and to keep it simple, let's say you did 3 exercises and you did bench press, back squats, and bent over rows. And you did 3 sets of 8 of each of those exercises. And you wrote down how much weight you used. The next time you go, either you're going to do 3 sets of 9 of each of those, and then 3 sets of 10 the following time, or you're going to add 5 pounds to each exercise. So if you did 3 sets of 8 at bench press at 225, next time you're going to do 3 sets of 8 at bench press at 230. And basically you just use a simple linear progression. So every workout you add 1 rep, or every workout you add 5 pounds, and that is going to force you to get stronger. All right, the second way is going to be to do a deload or a rest week. And you've probably experienced this before where you've been lifting weights, very consistently for a few months or even longer, and then maybe you went home to see your family for a week for a Christmas vacation or something, and then you got back to the gym and you were a little bit, maybe bummed out that you weren't able to stay consistent. But when you get back, you realize that, it's not like you lost anything, but you're actually way stronger. Or maybe not way stronger, but you're noticeably stronger. And this seems counterintuitive, but if you're someone who's very consistent at the gym, you know, a lot of times by taking a step back and resting for a week, it gives your muscles and your connective tissue, your tendons and your ligaments, the time necessary to rest and fully recover, which you don't normally give them if you just like working out a lot. And that way, when you get back, you actually sort of have this rebound effect where you come back and you get stronger than you've been before. So if you've been at a plateau with a lot of your lifts and you haven't been able to get stronger, consider taking a week off, at least 5 days off, or doing a deload where you basically just go in and lift like really light weights, maybe 50% of what you normally lift, just to maintain that muscle memory and to make sure that you're not losing weight and atrophying any muscle, but at the same time that you're not, still pounding your head against the wall and maintaining that high intensity that's not allowing your body to recover. All right, the third way is going to be to eat more calories. If you're not getting stronger, it might simply be that you're not providing your body the extra energy it needs to synthesize new muscle tissue. The basic 2 ways that you get stronger are through neural adaptations, which is basically your nervous system getting more efficient at doing exercise. So, you're learning the form, your nervous system is starting to fire more motor units and recruit more muscle fibers when you're doing a specific exercise. But those tend to get maxed out, after a few weeks or a few months of doing a specific exercise. And that's why you see those, a lot of times when you start doing a new exercise or a new style of training, you see a lot of gains up front. You get really stronger really quick, and then it levels off. It's because those neural gains get maxed out. So after that, the other way to get stronger is to build more muscle. And in order to give your body the optimal environment for building more muscle, you want to eat more calories to provide that extra energy that it needs to synthesize new muscle tissue. And a basic thing to do is to eat in a 10% caloric surplus. So if your body requires about 3,000 calories to maintain, then you add 10% of that, so 300 calories, and you eat 3,300 calories a day. And if you don't count your calories, well, just eat more so that you gain just a little bit of weight. All right, a fourth way to to get stronger if you're sort of, you're stalling right now, is to change up your rep range. And what this does is it just exposes your body to a different stimulus. So if you've been doing 3 sets of 8 for a while, or 5 sets of 5 for a while, or 4 sets of 6, switch up to one of those other ones. And those are the 3 rep ranges that I like to use, or unless I'm doing singles. But again, five sets of 5 reps, 4 sets of 6 reps, or 3 sets of 8 reps, and you can change it up. It doesn't have to be those. But a lot of times when you switch up that stimulus, in a way, it's a deload because you are going to start with a little bit of a lighter weight when you switch to a different rep scheme, because you're not going to be sure, exactly how much you're going to be able to lift going from 3 sets of 8 to 5 sets of 5. And it just switches it up. Maybe it gets you a little more enthused about going to the gym, and it tends to help you break through those strength barriers. All right, the fifth and final way to get stronger, and this is not an all-inclusive video, but the fifth and final way that I'm going to cover in this video, I just wanted to give you guys 5 quick ways that came to my head, is to add assistance work. So basically to add work that maybe isolates and strengthens some of the muscles that are involved in whatever the lift that you're trying to strengthen is. So if you're trying to strengthen your bench press and you hit a plateau, you can do flies to isolate your pecs. You can do skull crushers to isolate your triceps, close grip bench to, again, isolate your triceps. You can do overhead press because that's going to work on your upper chest and your triceps and your general pushing strength. But just adding smaller assistance exercises to help strengthen, anything that might be the bottleneck in that lift. Because maybe your chest is super strong, but your anterior delts are kind of weak, and you're sort of losing that pushing strength, not because of your chest, but because of your delts. And by doing some overhead pressing and some delt flies, it can help you break through that barrier and get stronger. And that's all I got for this video. Those are 5 quick ways to get stronger. Apply them to your workouts, get stronger, build more muscle, and keep getting beastly.